That's my boy. Ooh, brown nosing. Oh my God. I just love when people get called out on it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how Kevin Hart now is trying to keep his coins together after coming for me and saying that I was extorting him. And I was like, dude, did you not know how much we made off of that interview? Like, what? Extortion? I would never. Anyway, karma has a way of showing people. Like I said, I don't want him to lose everything, but sometimes you be wanting people just to feel it just a little bit. Leave me alone. Focus on your own lane. So Mark Zuckerberg, after Elon is sitting next to the president-elect, they thought Elon was going to be out of here. They thought he was going to fail at Twitter. They thought he was making a bad decision. He even started a platform to try to take Twitter out, X out, right? Tried to come for the AI. It's like, Mark Zuckerberg was one of probably not the first, because, we had MySpace and stuff like that. But I'm talking about to really take social media to the next level. It was him. It was definitely him. And so, and he owns a lot of space in it. He is like Google, okay? And, to see him now, after he done suppressed us, demonetized us, hindered our freedom of speech, told us when things were inappropriate, even when they weren't, he silences all of the health gurus. If you even remotely try to sell a vitamin, yours is coming down, okay? Candace Owens had to sue him because he tried to play with her platform. You know what I'm saying? Over this free speech, and now they got fact finders, and you know what I'm saying? They got AI doing all of this, suppressing the very creators that built his platform, okay? And then tried to turn around and compete with X, thinking because X had a rough start, not knowing that it takes 3 years for a business to get off the ground. So he was literally starting from scratch. He had celebrities on his side because he was pandering, to the Democrats, to the celebrities, to anybody that invited him to a fight, to a game, anywhere. He was pandering and forgot about the very people that helped him to become who he is today. Now, all of a sudden, you went from attacking us on a platform that you built and told us it was for free speech. Then you oppressed our free speech, our First Amendment right, helped other celebrities to do it. Now that Elon Musk is sitting beside President-elect after you tried to launch a competing platform against him, and your platform is nowhere near close to what he's doing when it comes to free speech, now you want to sit down and you want to snitch and say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this. We're taking out the fact finders. We're not going to take down your content anymore because it was wrong. The Democrats made us do it. Go, Jasmine, go.
At the beginning, it kind of seemed like, okay, we should give a little bit of deference to the government and the health authorities on how we should play this. But when it went from, 2 weeks to flatten the curve to, in the beginning, it was like, okay, there aren't enough masks. Masks aren't that important. To then it's like, oh, no, you have to wear a mask. And, everything was shifting around. It just became very difficult to kind of follow. And this really hit the most extreme, I'd say, during the Biden administration when they were trying to roll out the vaccine program. And I'm generally pretty pro rolling out vaccines. I think on balance, the vaccines are more positive than negative. But I think that while they're trying to push that program, they also tried to censor anyone who is basically arguing against it. And they pushed us super hard to take down things that were true, right? I mean, they basically pushed us and said, anything that says that vaccines might have side effects, you basically need to take down. And I was just like, well, we're not going to do that. We're clearly not going to do that. I mean, that is kind of inarguably true.
Who is they? Who's telling you to take down things that
it was
that talk about vaccine side effects?
It was people in the Biden administration.
Snitching. He should just be a gossip blogger at this point. Now you want podcast snitching, talking about, Oh, you took down. You know how many creators lost their pages behind trying to tell people that their whole plan, that Fauci and everything were making up? You know what I'm saying? He was the main one. And let's be honest, that all of that C stuff, that virus stuff started under the Trump administration. Okay? So it was after the fact that you decided to come behind what these pharmaceutical companies and the government was saying to say that, oh, we're not going to take it down because it's true. But did you ever give the creators back their pages that they lost, their monetizations that they lost, their businesses that they lost? Because you were trying to brown nose to an administration that just put you in the ass again. Because Elon, I can't even be mad at Elon at this point, even though I know that he is the what do you call that thing that's on the mark of the beast? You know, y'all can fight with energy like that. I don't. I go the other way, okay? Because it ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a hero or Spartan or nothing like that. It's between you and them. But when it comes to this situation, I would say now he's out here using huge platforms to come out and plead to the Trump administration not to, fine him. Because let me tell you something. When I tell you, they get fined so much. They get so much scrutiny. And things like that. And now TikTok may not be leaving because he thought he was finna have leverage after he came for TikTok's business and after he came for Threads business. And then you shitted on the very creators that helped you to get there. I like Google's stance. Google don't be getting in none of that. Google stays so neutral. They pay their little fines. They make sure we get our checks. We good. But all of this here, Google didn't even take down our videos. They just put disclaimers under, hey, the government say that this ain't real. Go ahead, proceed, watch your video. But listen at this, y'all. Hold on, I got another video. Hold on, let me make sure I get this.
Finally, we're going to work with President Trump to push back on governments around the world that are going after American companies and pushing to censor more. I started building social media to give people a voice. A lot has happened over the last several years. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political. Recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. We're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms. We're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the US. Simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender. We're changing how we enforce our policies. We used to have filters that scanned for any policy violation. Now, we're going to focus those filters on tackling illegal and high-severity violations, bringing back civic content. For a while, the community asked to see less politics because it was making people stressed. So we stopped recommending these posts. It's been so difficult over the past 4 years when even the US government has pushed for censorship. Now we have the opportunity to restore free expression, and I am excited to take it. Finally,
isn't that funny? Similar to X. Now you want to join in and try to do what X is doing after you tried to take them down. And now you want to blame it on the Biden administration when all this stuff came, when you... He was the one that started all the censoring. I'll never forget. I actually posted a video from the Senate regarding those virus issues. And what did they do when they shadow banned my page, y'all? They shadow banned my page. AI picked up and said it was fake news. I said, well, it's coming from the government. How was it fake? He was even shadow banning my pages when we was posting Trump debating. I said, why they ain't shadow banning when Biden was speaking, but when we post Trump, all of a sudden it's fake news. And we're like, this is the debate. What are you doing? Why are you involved in these conversations? You're supposed to facilitate the platform. Let us speak freely. As long as ain't no cheering getting done wrong, as long as ain't no crazy sexuality shit going on, no animal cruelty, you stay out of grown folks' business. Now he worried because he know what Elon finna do. Elon said, "You tried to come for me, I'm coming for you." He said, "Oh, Lord Jesus." I said, boy, how the tables have turned. Now let that man slide up. It's going down in America. Absolutely.